Hang on. Yeah. Hey, good morning. So let's talk deviled eggs. And I'm actually multitasking, so I'm going to be like trying to get pie stuff in the oven and my rolls to raise quickly. So I'm going to be doing a couple different things. But I will post the deviled egg site that I got all of this information on after the live. And I boiled the eggs yesterday so that they'd be all prepped so that I could just do the little work this morning. So her first suggestion is to, if you want the perfect deviled egg, is to put the egg on its side overnight so that the center, so it can go into the center, and you'll have the center of the egg be perfect in the middle. How do you think, Sid? And I didn't do that overnight because I wanted to cook them yesterday and I was kind of in a rush. So I did put them on their side. She also suggests to bring them to room temperature before you boil them so there's less cracking, which I did. I only had one crack in the boiling. And to get your yolks more yellow and not have that gray tint, you put them in a pot of boiling water, or you put them in, boil the water up to temperature. You put salt in it so it can go cover it so it'll go faster. Once it starts boiling, you turn the heat off and you move it off the stove, and then you let it sit for 30 minutes and it cooks in that water. And I don't know what, she explains it on her site and I will post that recipe. But it makes the yolks yellow instead of gray, and that way you have a more beautiful deviled egg. So let's see if that worked. I'm gonna take one of these eggs and cut it in half, and we're gonna just see. I don't know. And I'm just really not great because, you know, I cut like right, and my husband thinks I'm gonna cut my finger off, and I just might one day. But I just take this little paring knife and cut it in half. So oh, you can't really see. Let me see if I take my light off. Still no. Hang on one sec. Let me move this a little. See if you can see the color better. That is still getting the light, isn't it? I'm not sure how to change that. Maybe if I come over here a little. Oh, there you go. Okay, so it's really not that clear, but you can see that it's bright yellow. There's no gray on the end. So when you pop it right in here, hang on, baby. You pop it right in here. There's no gray on the inside of your egg, which is awesome. Oh, that's better. You can see it better there. So we're going to do that. Okay, I'm going to move this back a little bit.
Mom.
What, sweetie?
Can I please check if you have any more candy?
Yeah, I'll be right there. My son wants candy. Thanksgiving morning for breakfast. All right. Okay, I keep putting this on mute, and I'm not sure if I'm muting me. Yeah, I'm super tech unsavvy, so I'm not sure what's going on around here. But, okay, so so the recipe calls for 6 deviled eggs. So I'm just going to cut these in half very, very, very quickly so I can show you the rest of the amazingness that goes on here. And they just pop right out. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Oh, sorry. That is my boiling water so that I can rise my rolls faster today, because I made rolls yesterday and I was trying to make 2 batches ahead of time, but the middle didn't rise. I used the frozen. Yeah, that's the best trick ever because they taste just like, hey, what are you doing? Turn that light off. They just taste just like homemade rolls, except for I don't have to make them homemade. So that's awesome.
I have to turn that light off.
Okay, yeah, leave that off. So you put them, anyway, this is what they look like. Frozen rolls, and then you have to let them rise. Can you turn that light off, please?
No.
It's making my video go a little weird. Can you turn it off, please? Sorry. My son's home. Everybody else is at the turkey bowl, which is awesome. And even Taylor wanted to go, so I said, go. Football was my favorite when I was a kid. So anyway, here's the rolls like this. They have to rise, but they have to rise for like 4 to 6 hours, and I have to put the turkey in at noon. My son. Baby, could you please? Okay. So anyway, I have to put them in the oven to rise. So, and before that, I have to put these pie crusts into the oven to bake. So I'm gonna do that real quick. I'm talking to you guys. Okay, go check my room. Go check my room. Okay, so the pie crust need to be in. Hang on, sorry. Pie crust needs to be in for 11 minutes. My oven goes a little funny, so I'm doing it for. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I cut 3 eggs. So as soon as the pie crusts are done, I am going to put my rolls in the oven to rise for the next couple hours on a fast rise so that I can cook the rolls and then I can put the turkey in and then everything will be done at the same time. I made the mashed potatoes yesterday. I can post that recipe too if anybody needs it. You can make that the same day or you can make it ahead of time, which I really love because I needed a couple extra things done. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. Okay, so now I've got all the eggs cut in half. I've got the yolks in the bowl. Okay, so now the recipe calls for, oh no, then you gotta mush them up. So you gotta take all the yolks and mush, 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 mush. Deviled eggs are so easy to make, like super easy. She's got lots of recipes on that site. I like the classic recipe. I just like the classic recipe. But there's like a spicier one and there's like all different, I think she's got like 12 different recipes of different kinds of deviled eggs. But I am a plain Jane. I like things plain. I don't like my food to touch each other. No food touching. That's just not right. There should be a law against that. So I'm getting all of the egg yolks all smushed. Okay, all smushed up. You put a 1/4 cup of mayo, and I am using olive oil mayo. It's one of my favorite ones. What, sweetie? Okay, and now I'm gonna do a 1/2 teaspoon of dry mustard. Yeah, you can have one. 1/2 teaspoon. You can hear my son coughing in the background. He gave me a little bit of the sniffles today. He was really sick. I had to take him into the quick care. And they gave him an antibiotic and they gave him a steroid. And he's feeling a little bit better today, which is really good. He had to miss like 3 days of school. No, you're not feeling better today? Oh, good. Okay. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of salt.
Mom.
What, sweetie?
I need a towel or anything. You hear me?
And then 1/8 of a teaspoon of pepper, but I always put in a teeny bit extra because, you know, I like pepper. And then a 1/2 teaspoon of vinegar, white vinegar. White vinegar is hard to pour in a tiny little 1/2 teaspoon, but okay, so then you've got this beautiful, okay, you mix that up, mix. Okay, look, oh, can you see how yellow that is? Love, that was one of my favorite tricks because you know what, I'm not always into making everything look super pretty. My friend Naomi, oh my gosh, she makes the most beautiful food ever. But I don't always get into that because I don't really have time to make everything really pretty. I have 7 kids and one of them is gone right now, which we miss him. But I've still got 6 kids in my house and I don't have time to make everything really, really pretty because I've, you know, got 6 kids running around my house and wanting to kill each other. You know the drill, right? You got that many kids? Yeah. Okay, so we got that all mixed up. Okay, and so then, this is really cool. You can take a Ziploc bag and you scoop it right into the Ziploc bag. Like this. Okay, I'm just going to scoop it all in. Scooping it in. And if you are joining me at all, please tell me hi. Please tell me where you're watching from. what your favorite turkey Thanksgiving dish is. I really love deviled eggs. Plus, they're really good for you because eggs are really good for you, and there's barely any mayo compared to how many deviled eggs you're gonna eat. I could eat a lot, but even if you eat 4 halves of the deviled egg, you know, you're barely getting any mayo. So I always use the full mayo. Hang on, sweetheart. I'm almost done. Okay, so then you've got this, and you smush it down. You need to open that. Okay. Smush it down, smush it down, smush it down. And then you take it, and you just cut off the very tip. Like that. And then, hang on, sweetheart. So then, you can't see. You squeeze. You just squeeze it like a piping bag. And you can get like, you can make, let me see if I can show you. I don't know. You can't really see. That's lame. I'm not sure how to use all that. I think the light's coming in from somewhere else. But could you turn the lights off? Turn all the lights off for me. So that I can see the egg better. Put in both of them. Both of them. Aha. Kind of. You can kind of see still. So, anyhow, that is my, oh, then you're going to sprinkle it with a little bit of paprika. And that gives it a really, just like tap, 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 tap. Oh, put a little bit too much. Anyway, that is my favorite deviled egg, and I'm going to put it in the fridge, and they're going to be lasting. I didn't want to make them ahead of time. Sometimes they get a little rubbery, but also her cooking method helps with them not being rubbery. So seriously, this is the best deviled egg recipe that I have made, and I hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving, and share your favorite recipe on here. I would love to hear if anybody has any tricks. I'll share Pioneer Woman's mashed potatoes on here too. So if you would like to make any of these recipes, I hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving.